There is something special about being in nature. These mountains, valleys and lakes chant the human heart and soul. Are we going with it? No. Yeah, good.
Do you want me to just move
It
your
looks
mic up
wonderful.
a little bit?
You want to keep it in?
Oh, that's okay.
Okay, all right. These mountains, valleys and lakes enchant the human heart and soul with a sense of wonder and adventure. These landscapes have a romance within them, and they reflect love and marriage with their beauty, their winding trails, their changing terrain, and their occasional rocky patches. Perseverance is needed to reach a high peak, but the view at the summit is made all the more meaningful for it. To Lindsey and Brad, marriage means committing to a life of love together and navigating this landscape, walking beside each other, hand in hand. And you have all played a unique part in Brad and Lindsey's adventures this far, as they have cut their own paths both together and apart. And as they begin this next stage of their journey together, it is you who will support and value the promises they make to each other today. So thank you all for being here. Today is a day of celebration, to express words from the heart and to be present with love. Celebrating marriage is one of life's greatest joys. And this is not the beginning of a relationship, but rather an acknowledgement of the start of a new chapter in their lives. Brad and Lindsey will mark this moment as a newly married couple, not only by celebrating the love between themselves, but also celebrating the love between all of us, including the love of their parents, their siblings, their extended family, and good friends. The love and support of family is an important value that Brad and Lindsey both hold strongly in their hearts. And they want to thank their families for everything they have contributed to their lives this far. For Lindsey, growing up in the valley in the King Country, surrounded by her loving family, animals and hills, has been extremely important to her. And for Brad, the rivers and trails of Arrowtown, the seat of his family, is forever in his heart. They want to thank and honour all their family for playing such a special part in each of their lives and for being here with them today. And they remember and carry with them Lindsey's grandfather, Will Playford, and Brad's grandparents, Hector and Robin Smith. And Brad knows that Hector will be fondly watching the ceremony from Brow Peak behind us today. Lindsey's grandmother Audrey and the rest of Wendy's family live in Australia and are unable to be here. And Brad's grandfather Tony is also unable to be with us today. But we have a live stream happening for those who are not here, so we extend the celebration to all, wherever you are in the world. So as Brad and Lindsey marry, each of their families are enriched and enlarged. So I'm going to ask Martin and Wendy, Nicola and Leroy, and Mark and Jan to please stand. Thank you. Martin and Wendy, do you welcome Brad to your family? Do you give your blessing to this marriage and promise to support Lindsey and Brad with your love?
We do.
Awesome. Nicola, Leroy, Mark and Jan, do you welcome Lindsey to your family? Do you give your blessing to this marriage and promise to support Brad and Lindsey with your love? Awesome, thank you. Please now be seated. And I'd like to invite Barbara to come up and share a reading on love. Thanks, Barbara. Do you want a hair clip? Do you want a hair clip? Yeah, good.
That only two can know.
Oh, just Barbara.
May you go where only two as one may go. May the sun rise and set in your bonded hearts, and the moon never find you too far apart. May you cherish each other's dreams as your own, and turn stumbling blocks into stepping stones. May you brave life's mountains and miles together. May there be no storm your love cannot weather. May you be lovers and allies and friends. May your soul's conversations never end. May your hearts know the rapture of an uncommon love.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Barbara. It's beautiful. So a few words about Lindsey and Brad. This love story began over the reading of a thesis in 2016. No one had asked to read Brad's thesis before, and this, along with a mutual love for anything health and adventure related, was the cornerstone of Brad and Lindsey's relationship. Through an amusing incident that led them both to be together on a scooter, their dating relationship began. After living in Wellington together for a few years, they both decided to try walking different paths. Lindsey and Rhiannon hightailed over to South America. Meanwhile, Ben and Luke coaxed Brad up to Auckland to live the dream. But after seeing Lindsey living it up in the valleys of Peru, Brad realised how good he had it with her and decided to sell all his possessions, including his scooter, for love. And in hindsight, this was a huge turning point in Brad and Lindsey's relationship. Oh, okay. And they realised that for them, home was being in the presence of each other. I think we're all good. It can just be on the ground even. Yeah. Yeah, that's right. Just think of winds of blessing. Their travels in North and South America brought about different adventures and challenges. The peaks of hiking to beautiful vistas, beaches and canyons, of salsa dancing, paddle bats, friendships, nannying and mannying. But as with the adventures of life and love, there were lows as well. There was altitude sickness, running from grizzly bears, a broken wrist, and eventually the money running out. So they returned to New Zealand exhausted but full of connection and eagerness to start their next adventure in Dunedin's academic scene. Friends and family know that Brad and Lindsey are always on the go, filling up their time with endless projects, ideas and activities that are meaningful to and give purpose to their lives. and they look forward to their future, engaging in these activities with those around them and being present with life's ordinary moments, like cooking for one another and being within nature and celebrating life's pleasures. The ever-changing nature of their projects and ideas is reminiscent of the changing landscape around us as the seasons pass. To Brad and Lindsey, the promises they will make today are to acknowledge in front of you, their very good friends and family, their commitment to be there for each other for the rest of their lives. So Brad and Lindsey, even with all the mountains you've tackled, marriage is the greatest and most challenging adventure you will embark on, and it starts today. You know from your love of the outdoors that it takes effort to get to the best and highest viewpoints, and love is no different. So Brad and Lindsey, continue to be generous in your love. Always remember the moments of today and what brought you side by side. Treasure your love, listen well, and most importantly, laugh together often. And so I now invite Sheldon to come up and share a reading on marriage. Thanks, Sheldon.
Then Almitra spoke again and said, "What of marriage, Master?" He answered, saying, "You were born together, and together you shall be forevermore. You shall be together when the white wings of death scatter your days. Aye, you shall be together even in the silent rhythm of the heart. But let there be spaces in your togetherness, and let the winds of the heavens dance between you. Love one another, but make not a bond of love. Let it rather be a moving sea between the shores of your souls. Fill up each other's cup, but drink not from one cup. Give one another of your bread, but eat not from the same loaf. Sing and dance together, and be joyous, but let each one of you be alone, even as the strings of a lute are alone, though they quiver with the same music. Give your hearts, but not into each other's keeping, for only the hand of life can contain your hearts. And stand together, yet not too near together. For the pillars of the temple stand apart, and the oak tree and the cypress grow not in each other's shadow."
Awesome. Thank you so much, Sheldon. Beautiful words. Wonderful. And I now invite Wendy. So Lindsay's mum, Wendy, is going to come up and sing a song to Brad and Lindsey, and she'll be accompanied by Clark on the guitar. Going to be okay?
Kipom Silimia, Ariliki Susabusha, Walla Leposexandre Tusha, Delom Mokel, Tapatia, Conde dans ses bras, il m'a parlé tout bas, je vois la vie en rose. Il m'a dit des mots d'amour, des mots de tous les jours, et ça me fait quelque chose. Il est entré dans mon cœur, tout ne pas de bonheur, dont je connais la cause. C'est lui, mon maman, pour lui dans la vie. Il m'a la vie, la durée, pour la vie. Et que je l'aperçois, alors je sens en moi mon cœur qui bat. Hold me close and hold me fast, the magic spell will cast. This is love your rosa. When you kiss me, heaven sighs, and though I close my eyes, I see love your rosa. When you press me to your heart, I'm in a world apart, a world where roses bloom. And when you speak, angels sing from above. Everyday words seem to turn into love songs. Give your heart and soul to me, and life will always be lovely on
How good was that? Oh.
Okay, don't cry anymore.
Hey, that was beautiful. It was amazing. What's that? Hello? Yeah.
Face each other.
There was incredible, Wendy. There are no words. That was absolutely incredible. I mean to do a cappella. So we come to the vows. Marriage begins with the giving of words. Lindsey and Brad have written surprise vows to each other today. And as guests, it is your job to help them uphold them. You are their family and friends, the people they may turn to during challenging times ahead, and also the people they'll wish to share fun times with. So Lindsey and Brad, today you marry your best friend, the one you experience both joys and sorrows with, the one you learn from and share with, the one you are choosing to support and encourage through all the days given to you. Today you marry the one you love, accepting them for who they are and who they will become, and facing whatever lies on the trails ahead of you together. So Brad and Lindsey, are you ready to share your vows with each other? So Brad, please say after me.
I, Bradley John Brosnan,
I, Bradley John Brosnan,
take you, Lindsey Jo Coop,
take you, Lindsey Jo Coop,
to be my wife.
to be my wife.
Please share your vows with Lindsey.
Lindsey, from the moment our hands touched, as we danced on our first days, I sensed the sparks. But more than just attraction, our connection was immediate. It was intense. 6 years on, standing here, that connection has blossomed and deepened. And while sometimes I struggle to say just how much I love you, today I'm here to tell you that our marriage is only the next step in the incredible dance we started 6 years ago. We have already heard so much about how love can be a trek, a journey that two interlinked souls thread and cut a track across time and through challenges to a final destination. And while that might be true, thanks to you, I've seen that love can also live in the briefest of moments. You've shown me that love and life can be a dance, a thing of instant and brilliant beauty, a chance to relax and enjoy the journey rather than focusing on what's to come. Ever since we started dating, just being you, you've shown me how to do that. Whether you're dancing around the house, sometimes clothed, sometimes not, or pottering around our garden, the freedom with which you live your life is inspiring. At times, I was unsure how to find the same freedom for myself. Expressiveness comes naturally to you, delightful to behold to me, foreign and new, delightful to behold, but to me, foreign and new, an exciting dance whose steps I didn't know. You're an incredible free spirit, so full of life in all its most wonderful forms. Your chipper personality, you emit good vibrations wherever you go, and you do it all with a beautiful smile on your face. Yes, that's the one. And while I know I've always loved you, and that smile, and that nose, there were times I wasn't sure how to follow your lead, or where following it would take me. Because it turned out our dance was across the world, apart, then together. And it was when I joined you on your travels that I knew I really loved you. And I knew you'd always be my dance partner, teaching me to go with life's flow. My own moves were cautious and stiff at first, robotic even. But you've taught me to, over the years, to loosen up, to let go, to do a spin and a twirl. And my new dance moves in life are thanks to your love. You've helped me take me from backstage out into the spotlight to shine with you. And I want to thank you for that. You're such a smart, beautiful, thoughtful woman, and you have surely, yet slowly opened up the door to my soul. Lindsey, the past 6 years with you have been nothing short of amazing. So as we pledge to continue this wonderful life together, I want these vows to guide me. Our dance steps together will only improve with time, but nevertheless, I vow to pick you up when you fall, even when we push and pull in opposite directions. Even when we're out of sync and out of time, I will be there in sickness and in health to support you. I promise to keep loosening up and to do more spins and more lifts as we embark on the whirlwind dance of marriage together. Regardless of me pushing the boundaries and putting you out of your comfort zone, I vow to respect and support you and your needs now and forever. And I do promise each and every day to help you find your lost keys, wallet or phone. But most of all, Lindsey, I promise to hold you, to love you, to grow very old with you, and to be your dance partner for life. I love you so very much.
You can't do it. It would be nice. Oh my God. Hold on, brother. Wait till the dance comes back. Okay, are you ready? I can't follow that up. I'll try. Okay, all right. So Lindsey, please say out. I, Lindsey Jo Coop, take you, Bradley John Brosnan, to be my husband. Okay. How close? Really close. Really close.
If you can't hear Lindsey, just put your hands up.
In my chair. Should Today I stand beside you, my best friend. My heart is full, and as always, my soul is open to this next journey in our lives. I feel really connected to your heart, the heart in which I knew was my home when we first met. When you met me, I was a runner. I would run over the hills, through the valleys, and along the rivers. Most of the time I ran by myself, efficiently making my way from A to B. In my experience, runners are not very good at letting others run with them. However, somehow you made your way into your running shoes and started pacing alongside me by the river. Between breaths, you talked about the latest recipe you had cooked, a new meditation you had tried, your thesis, or the mountains of Arrowtown. You stopped me occasionally to look out, beyond where our footprints lay, to breathe in the view. I listened and stood still, knowing in these moments that you had formed a place in my heart. I'm sure you remember, halted in my tracks. I stood with tears running down my face. You touched me, concerned, and I acknowledged my overwhelm. I never thought I would find someone who was truly compelled to run beside me, and that I would love to run beside too. As I have come to know you, I have learned to understand your passions and joys in life, from endless tennis to new flavours in movies. I'm grateful for the abundance of life and activity that we have together. I love your boldness and your strength in pushing the boundaries. You have such courage to try new things. I trust your loyalty, which sits deep within your core, and you ground me. You ground me with your love for anything wholesome. Brad, you to me are a man of gold. You stand with pride for those who came before you, and you carry them in your heart. You have both compassion and kindness. You have your own challenges as I do, but you are open to learning and growing from those, which shows great strength. Marriage to me means a lifetime of walking and sometimes running together alongside each other, knowing wholeheartedly both of our joys and vulnerabilities and accepting one another regardless, challenging each other to learn from the successes and the mistakes that we make, listening not only with our ears but with our eyes and with our hearts to truly understand one another. With this, I vow to play paddle bats whenever necessary, and I will keep working on watching the full movie with you. I vow to cook balanced, delicious Mediterranean food, and when you want to make another cookbook, I'll be there helping with recipe ideas and spell checking your work. I vow to approach love, marriage and life with you with an open soul. To smile, laugh and enjoy the small joyful moments as they unfold for us. To grow through the pain and the challenges with you when things get tough. My heart knows patience, kindness and honesty, which I promise to uphold with you. I vow to listen, question and challenge you and be your biggest supporter when you choose to be bold and try something new. I will hold you and be present with you when the days are not kind. Mostly I vow an unconditional love, to always love your quirks and to move with you as we grow and change into our older years. With these words, and with the words of my heart, I love you, my chip.
But it rings for that. Well done, that was fantastic. It was amazing. And they wrote them all out by hand in these gorgeous books. So we come to the rings. Ben, can you please step forward and present the rings? Brad and Lindsey, these rings you're about to exchange are the symbol of the vows you have made today. And as they are without beginning or end, so they represent the never-ending love you have for each other. Rings become precious when you wear them. And Brad, today Heck's gold wedding band becomes a symbol of your own marriage. He was a man of gold in your life. And we recognise his spirit and values of life will be carried with you in this ring. And Lindsey, today you are gifted a gold ring with diamonds to sit next to your green sapphire. And gold is a precious metal that symbolises success, wealth and good health, and a mineral that shows strength and transparency. The diamond is a precious stone that symbolises strength, faithfulness, love and purity. And when paired with the sapphire, opens the heart and brings peace and loyalty. And these rings contain your promises to each other. They show that you've chosen to be linked together. As often as either of you look at this symbol, you'll be reminded of your lifelong commitment to each other and family. So Lindsey, will you please take Brad's ring and place it on his finger as you repeat after me. Brad, with this ring, you go nice and close. Is that loud?
Brad, with this ring,
I give you my promise
I give you my promise
of love and trust,
of love and trust,
a symbol of family
a symbol of family
and our everlasting bond.
and our everlasting bond.
From this day forward, I hold your heart in mine.
I hold your heart in mine.
Beautiful. Pop it on. Oh no, that's painful.
It's the knuckle.
You just spit on it. It's not going to come off, that's for sure. It's a good sign.
He's got his knuckles.
Such pieces.
That Mediterranean diet. Is that? Can you lick it? Okay, it's on. It's on. And it's not coming off. So, Brad, if you could take Lindsey's ring and placing it on her finger, repeat after me. I said, Lindsey, with this ring,
Lindsey, with this ring,
I give you my promise
I give you my promise
of love and trust.
of love and trust.
From this day forward,
From this day forward,
you shall never walk alone.
you shall never walk alone.
My heart will be your shelter,
My heart shall be your shelter,
and my arms will be your home.
and my arms will be your home.
Beautiful. Push it on. Put your hand. Perfect. You hold hands together, face palms. Lindsey and Brad, these are the hands of your best friend, strong and full of love for you, as they are holding yours, as you promise to love each other today and from this day forward. These are the hands that will work alongside yours as you walk together to build your future and realize your dreams. These are the hands that will love you, comfort you in illness, and stand firm beside you, giving you strength in times of need. And may you always find your home in these hands. May they remain tender and gentle as you daily nurture and care for each other. And even when wrinkled and aged, may these hands keep reaching for yours and keep giving you the same unspoken tenderness. On these hands, you've placed wedding rings. And so, it has been said that the most beautiful things in the world cannot be seen or even touched. They must be felt with the heart. You have exchanged vows from your heart and given and received rings as a symbol of these promises. So it is now my very great pleasure to pronounce you husband and wife. You can now begin the adventure of marriage with a kiss. Oh, it's a goodie. Oh, beautiful.